Today's lesson is more of 10-6. It's kind of like a special lesson, a special 10-6, and it is called trigonometric ratios. So maybe you know one of those words, ratio. Ratio is when we compare two numbers. So maybe we compare two numbers as a fraction, or we compare two numbers with dot dots, but we're comparing two numbers. Trigonometric is fancy for triangle. Trigonometry is a math class you'll take later where all you do is study triangles. It's the study of triangles. So these are triangle ratios. All right, so let's think back to Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. When am I going to use that? Well, I'm going to use it when I have a right triangle. And I'm going to use it when I know two sides. Maybe I know 3 and 4, but I don't know the third side. Or maybe I know 3 and 5, but I don't know this leg. So a Pythagorean theorem is going to help me find a side when I know two sides. We know two sides, and it's going to help us find the third side. But what about trigonometric ratios? What are these trig ratios going to help us do? Well, I still have a right triangle. These only work on right triangles. And this time, I'm going to know one side. So maybe I know this side is 3. And I know an angle. Maybe I know that this is a 20-degree angle. I can find the other two sides if I know one side and one angle. Over here, I had to know two sides. Over here, I have to know one side and one angle. You know one side and one angle, and you can find another side. You can find both sides if you want to. So here's what we need to know. SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA is an easy way of remembering how these trig ratios go. S stands for sine, but not the sign you're used to. It's S-I-N-E. This is a button on your calculator. Cosine stands for, is what C stands for. T stands for tangent. Sine, cosine, and tangent are all buttons on your calculator that you're going to push. O stands for opposite. So this trig ratio has an O, has the word opposite. This trig ratio has an O, has the word opposite. This has no O's. The A stands for adjacent. So this ratio has an A, this ratio has an A. Finally, we have H's. I bet you can guess what the H's are. H stands for hypotenuse. Because we're dealing with right triangles, we have hypotenuses. So SOHCAHTOA. Sine goes with opposite and hypotenuse. Cosine, adjacent, hypotenuse. Tangent goes with opposite and adjacent. Ratios are often written as fractions, so that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to say that the sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine, this ratio, cosine, this is the button you're going to push, is adjacent over hypotenuse. And tangent is opposite over adjacent. So I think what we need to talk about is the opposite and adjacent words. Here's a right triangle. Pretend you're at this corner. Now, the hypotenuse never changes. It's always the longest side. It's the side across from the 90 degrees. But if I'm standing at this corner, way over there is the opposite leg. And if I'm standing here, this guy's really close. He's adjacent. He's my adjacent leg. But my viewpoint could change. I could stand at this corner. Still a hypotenuse, that part hasn't changed. It's still the longest side, the side across from the 90 degrees. But now, this side, way over here, is the opposite leg. And this leg right here, he's really close. So he's the adjacent leg. So depending on where you're standing from, which corner, so if they tell us this corner, the angle measure, the degrees, like how wide is this angle, if we're standing here and we know this angle, opposite, adjacent. If we're standing at this corner and we know this angle, opposite adjacent, always the hypotenuse. All right, so I've drawn another triangle. This time I'm going to tell us that this is the corner we're standing at. It's 28-degree angle, and I'm telling us the hypotenuse. I want to find that leg. So I need to go back to my SOHCAHTOA, and I say, well, I've got an H. I've got a hypotenuse. That means it can't be TOA. This one has no H's in it. It's either got to be SO or CA. I'm either using sine or cosine because they both have a hypotenuse in them. If I'm standing at this corner, way over here is the opposite leg. That means I must be using sine. So what I write is the sine of 28 is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. But I know hypotenuse is 17 and opposite is x. This now becomes two fractions, and I'm just solving for x. So maybe you don't want to put that 1 there, but you could. So I'm going to multiply by 17, multiply by 17, cross out what's my answer. So it became an equation that we know how to solve. It just looks weird with this guy here. So what you're going to do with your calculator is you're going to punch some buttons. You're going to punch 17 times the sine of 28. And some calculators you have to hit 28 and then hit the sine button. So I'm pretty sure that's how most calculators are going to work. You might hit sine and then hit 28. Some of the fancier calculators, you hit the button first. So let's make sure we can figure out the sine of 28. So on my calculator, I have to push the buttons 28, and then I push the sine button. When I did that, I ended up with this long decimal. So if you want to do that part first, figure out the sine of 28, and we're going to multiply it by 17. So I would just keep it in your calculator, hit sine of 28, get this long decimal, then hit times 17 equals. If I round to the nearest tenth, 7.9 with a big neighbor turns into an 8. So that was a length of 8 centimeters. We knew one angle, we knew the hypotenuse, we used the sine function on our calculators, and we said that the sine of 28 is equal to the opposite leg over the hypotenuse. We replace that with x and 17, multiply both sides by 17, punch some buttons to get that decimal, times 17 is this, and there we go. All right, let's look at this triangle. So I'm standing at this corner. Out of opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse, what are these two? Well, it's not the hypotenuse because it's over here. So I don't want hypotenuse. I don't know if you can still see my trig ratios. I don't want sine because it has hypotenuse. I don't want cosine because it has hypotenuse. I must want tangent. So the tangent of 70 degrees is equal to the opposite leg over the adjacent leg. Well, opposite, if I'm standing at this corner, the opposite is way over here, so that's 25. So I'm going to erase and say 25 on top. And adjacent leg is my x. Now this looks weird because x is on the bottom. So here's where I would draw my 1, and in order to find x, I would cross multiply. X times the tangent of 70 is equal to 25. Now divide by tangent of 70 so that I can cross that out. In my calculator, I'm going to figure out 25, I'm going to punch some buttons, 25 divided by the tangent of 70. I ended up with an answer of 9.1. 9.1 inches, centimeters, whatever it is. Here's my calculator. I took 25 divided by the tangent of 70. On mine, I have to push 70 in tangent. And when I did 70 in tangent, it gave me a decimal that started with a 2. So I had to hit the equal sign to force it into the whole division answer. So double check that you're getting 9.1 also. We'll practice this a lot more in class. So your questions are going to be, what does the S stand for? What does C stand for? What does T stand for? That's it. That's your only questions.